Arcane has so many beautiful, flashy fights, and upon rewatching some of these I thought, hey, wouldn't it be interesting if we could rank how powerful each one of these characters is from bottom to top? And so I did exactly that. Here's some basic ground rules. First, if you are seen using certain gear during a fight or you are regularly around said gear, we include it in your power level. Now, a lot of these are very close rankings, so if you think I got something wrong or someone should be placed elsewhere, please leave a comment, explain your view, and I promise I will read it. And lastly, don't be too angry if your favorite character isn't at the top of the list. It's a contest of strength, not popularity. So to start off the list, we have the child that Jace murdered. Oh my god. Okay, no, for real, we have Victor. Now, obviously we haven't seen him fight, but, you know, he's a scrawny guy. He doesn't have much mobility. I know that he has his laser thing, but he doesn't really use that other than in a demo for 1 minute in the entire show. And so ultimately, I don't see him as being very strong. And for season 1, I'm going to have to put him at the bottom of this list. I think slightly more powerful than him, but still weak, would be Silco. Now, some of you guys might be surprised about this. You know, Silco is the main villain of Arcane. How could he possibly be so low down on the list? Well, this list is about how powerful you are as an individual. This does not include all the political power you wield. If we were talking about political power, Silco would be near the top. However, since he's just a normal, regular guy, not much of a fighter, not much of a brawler, I would say he's very low down on this list. But slightly more powerful than him, we would have liking and subscribing to the channel. 98% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, and I would really love to change that. But a significant jump up from him, we would have Vi without her Hextech gauntlets. Her biggest show of strength is that she kicks Savika through a literal wall, so she is by no means weak. She's very strong. However, this is a very strong cast of characters, and at the end of the day, she's strong for a human, but nothing more than that. And slightly above her, we would have Vander. Now, Vander is like Vi in that he literally taught her how to fight, and he has decades more experience. He has much bigger size. I think Vander definitely deserves a spot on the list above Vi without her gauntlets. And then next, we have the Chem Guards and Shimmer Beast. Now, this one is an easy comparison because we literally saw a Shimmer Beast beat Vander. Now, we know Vander kind of hurt him, but the Shimmer Beast won. And then just above them, we have Savika. When she has her Shimmer arm, but she doesn't have the sword attachment with it. She has a lot of weapons in there. She has knives, she has shimmer strength. There's so many tools here. And now this one's a little controversial because some people might think that a Shimmer Beast is stronger than Savika. However, I would argue that given the arsenal that her mechanical arm gives her, that she could dispatch a Shimmer Beast if she wanted to. Next, we have a very interesting one. We have Caitlyn. Now, this is definitely very hard to say because she's like a glass cannon. If someone gets close to her or disarms her, she's not very useful. But if she can get a good vantage point on someone, they are not going to last long. But just above her would be Savika with her sword augmentation. Now, this might seem weird because it's just a sword. What could it possibly add? However, we do see in her fight with Vi that she has a long-ranged attack with that sword. Now, I don't know how that works. I don't know how a sword possibly shoots out a big slash, but it's really cool, and I would definitely put her over Caitlyn because of it. And then, of course, Savika had that fight with Vi when Vi had the gauntlets. And of course, who won that fight? It was Vi. And then we have the Hulk of Arcane, Shimmer Vander. Vander on Shimmer is basically the strongest you can get with pure strength and no brains. He's incredibly powerful. He bodies the other Shimmer Beast, who was a pretty strong Shimmer Beast compared to the other ones we see. And I just think there is no one who is just pure strength that can beat him, which is why the next person we needs quite a bit of tech in order to beat him, and that is Jace. And the main reason I rank him so high is because the hammer is ranged and extremely powerful. Now, we only really see him fight against Chem Guards, who are kind of lowly ranked here, but he was eating those kids like they were popcorn, like chomp chomp, motherfucker. And he was also shown to be surprisingly nimble for a counselor, for someone who sits around talking politics all day. Now here we have another controversial one, Singed. Now we didn't see him fight at all, so this is definitely just my best guess as to where he's at. You can put him anywhere on this list and it would probably be just as valid as this opinion. But my justification is that he clearly has the best weapons. He invents most of the most important weapons in Arcane, and he's incredibly cunning, and I just don't see him being a walk in the park to beat. But the guy I think would be able to beat him would be Echo. Echo has a hoverboard, which is the main thing. It allows him to stay away from the thick of the fight against anyone who doesn't have a ranged weapon. He has crystal bombs so he can immobilize people. He has smoke bombs if he needs to get away. And ultimately, although we see him lose most of his fights because he's against someone higher up on the list, he is clearly no slouch. And with his high mobility and ability to deal damage in a lot of ways, melee, ranged, I think he deserves a spot near the top of this list. And now we are at the top 3. The hyper powerful people. Now first we have Jinx before her shimmer transformation. Now this might seem weird considering Echo literally beat pre-shimmer Jinx in a straight up fight. However, I would argue that those were special conditions where they were just redoing a play fight that they had as kids but for real. And so for that reason I would say in a more generalized fight that Jinx is more powerful. Now you could also make an argument that Echo didn't have his full strength here because he didn't have his crystal or smoke bombs, but given that Jinx literally beats his whole crew up on her own, plus him, I'd give it to her. But if you say otherwise, that's very valid. They're super closely matched. And then we have Jinx post her shimmer operation. Now I know it's weird to include her again considering it's literally right beside each other on the list, but the power jump here is not to be understated. If this is Jinx with shimmer, then bap! This is the strength after she gets shimmer. Now, her biggest weakness, which is that she wasn't like super physically strong, is nullified. Now she has all the benefits of shimmer as well as all the intellect for making all the little gadgets that she does. She becomes so much more dangerous after getting injected with shimmer. And then, last on our list, the most powerful creature in all of Arcane is the child Jace murdered again. No, I'm sorry. Is Heimerdinger. Now, you guys might literally think I'm joking about this, especially if you haven't read the lore, but if you have read the lore, you would know that Yordles are magical creatures, and they have magic powers, which is really funny considering his attitude towards magic, although maybe he doesn't see his own magic as magic. And not only that, but he's 300 years old, so he has 300 years worth of inventions and experience, including witnessing a major war that he may or may not have had to survive via his own strength. And even though we haven't seen him fight, I think I would firmly place him at the top, just given the fact that he is a Yordle, and Yordles are generally so powerful. This video took a lot of effort, so if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Really put my heart into this one. And if you disagree with anything, or you think there's anyone that I missed that I should have put here, or anything like that, go f*** yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Let me know down in the comments. Again, this is something I'm super interested, so I'd love to see what you guys have to say. Other than that, have a great day. See you in the next one. Peace out.